Obviously, no one's perfect, but I just want to chase him and encourage everyone to chase him. You know, that's a better life out there.
You struck a Heisman pose right in front of your family section. How much does it mean to you to have your mom and that support?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think there's, 170 out there?
Yeah.
170 from New Mexico, friends, family. You know, they're just true supporters, and so I'm really thankful for this. But this team is just so special, you know. Everyone's got each other's six, you know, and if no one has their six, I must be dead.
Best of luck moving forward. Congrats.
Guys. Thank you.
Diego Pavia, what a performance. And Clark Lee, the coach who believed, the former Vandy player, who said, listen, no slogans, no catchy phrases on the weight room wall, no acronyms, just winning. That's what they're doing now. They just beat top 10 LSU 31-24. For Katie George and Jesse Palmer, I'm Joe Tessitore, inviting you to enjoy the rest of your day, including Ole Miss and Georgia, and a visit with Kevin Gandhi in the college football scoreboard right now. He posed, he delivered. Diego did it. Vandy wins. They're going to be having a big night here in Smashville.
Great stuff there, Tess. Pavia, the alpha guy, 3 total touchdowns, celebrating in Nashville. And then here's the shot in beautiful Athens, 80 degrees, get you ready. Georgia about to host Ole Miss between the hedges.
The hedges, Kev, that's where it's all going to take place.
I cannot wait for that game. Of course, we will get you ready inside Sanford Stadium. They're expecting 93,000 plus. To give you some perspective, Trinidad Chambliss, in his 15 games, all last season at Ferris State, a combined 70,000 fans he played for, and 93,000 in his first ever FBS road game. We will talk a little bit about that in a moment. Let's talk about what we just witnessed here. Your LSU Tigers going down. You were frustrated throughout the whole game. One of the reasons why, as a defensive guy, you know Diego Pavia has the ball. He's the alpha quarterback. And somehow the Tigers could not stop him. Why?
Well, Kev, you knew in any crucial situations that he was going to carry the football, 86 yards rushing, especially anytime you play man-to-man coverage. That means that most of the defenders, their back is turned. And when their back is turned, there's nobody spying the quarterback. As you can see right there, back turn, field wide open, Diego Pavia takes off, gets down to the goal line. And then when you start to play zone coverage or you start to bring some blitzes off the corner, he lost contained by coming on the outside and spinning out away from the blitzers. So masterful job by Diego Pavia all day, Kev. He recognized and he put the game in his hands in crucial situations. Vanderbilt was the better football team today. They played their game. They may not have had the explosive plays, but they were physical, over 200 yards rushing. They controlled the game. They won the time of possession. And you have to give Clark Lee a shout-out because he did a wonderful job.
Yeah, by the way, you see, 6th game with at least 3 passing or rushing touchdowns combined. Pavia does it all. He checks a lot of things, but the biggest one is intangibles. He's just always aware of that rush, regardless of where he's at on the field.
Kev, we often talk about these sayings in football, like he's a dude.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means when he's on the field, he's an alpha, and he gives confidence to everybody on the field. And as long as Two has the ball, you can tell Clark Lee, the Vanderbilt fans, and the guys on that team, they feel like they're going to win. It's amazing how one guy can galvanize a program, how he's done. And I know there's talk he may be trying to get 10 years of eligibility. It doesn't matter, Kev.
He makes it count.
He is unreal for the Vanderbilt Commodores.
They are 6-1 for the first time since 1950. As we are counting down to Ole Miss, Georgia, and we take a look at your keys here, Boog. Georgia, the most important thing, they have to start strong, early, and fast.
Well, Kev, think about this. In 3 games this year against the Power 4, they trailed by double digits.
Yeah.
And I get it. And the reason it happens is they have a lot of young guys. And oftentimes what happens is these young guys come out and try to make every play, and then you go into halftime and the coaches settle them down. Talking to a source down there, they said that's what happened, and that's why they're able to come back in these games. So they got to start fast, offensively and defensively.
You mentioned fast on the other side, Ole Miss and the tempo. That's Lane Kiffin's, forte.
When you talk about snap to snap, they're the 6th fastest team in the FBS of running plays. And so their tempo sets up everything. And so if you're Ole Miss and you're Lane, you got to get the tempo and keep the personnel on the field that you want.
Gunnar Stockton, 6 rushing touchdowns, the most by an SEC quarterback so far this season. Kickoff right after these messages. We'll see you at the half.
Night's canceled.
I can host.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
What are you talking about? Go stand up for yourself.
Melissa, I can do what I want in my room.
My room.
It's her room.
Damn it.
Dear Friday. Let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days. And a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for just $269 a month or get 2.99% APR financing for a full 72 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Sandra Bookman. Black women and breast cancer. Sunday on Here and Now.
See us compete. That's all I want to see, guys. Don't worry about anything else except doing your job. Give me some.
The top 10 matchup, I'm expecting it to be lively, electric, dogs barking.
Excited and eager to prove where we are right now isn't a mistake.
Let's do it.
You want to win every game. At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Come on!
It's Georgia, so it's going to be a physical game.
Make the finish.
We're just going to keep coming. We don't ever back down or give up.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Reds on top.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia. This town bathed in sunshine on the third Saturday in October. This is the SEC on ABC, presented by Burger King. Anticipated top 10 battle between the Hedges at Dooley Field and Sanford Stadium. The Dogs have suffered one loss here. The Rebels got him in Oxford last season, so payback might be a motive. Rebels want to show they belong right where they are in the top 5. They come in undefeated. Welcome to the All-State Kickoff. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. Nice to be here in a beautiful afternoon here in Athens, and plenty of plot lines getting with the two head coaches, one representing offense, one representing defense, who are both staff mates on the Saban championship team.
That's what's so exciting is how well they know each other. In fact, on the field, here they are getting together. You and I were down there with Holly. It's fun to talk to them. It's like it's hard because we know each other so well that you got to come up with some few different wrinkles, but it'll be fun to see how this one plays out today. So much at stake.
Very different personalities, but good buddies, and yeah, I agree. It's very compelling for a lot of reasons, including the starting quarterback for Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss. He was a late bloomer. He got no Division I offers. He went to Ferris State, bided his time, then won a D2 national championship last season. He comes to Ole Miss to compete. He was the backup until Austin Simmons got hurt, and for the last 4 games, this guy, Kirk, has become a folk hero. Trinidad and Tobago flags all over the place. Trinidad Spotlight, or the All-State Spotlight, showing you that Trinidad has shown he belongs. Again, Michigan, nobody paid attention to him, and he patiently found his way to Oxford.
Yeah, let's not sleep on what he did last year. I think the experience of winning a national championship at the D2 level created a lot of confidence in him. That when he got his opportunity to step in for Austin Simmons, he really hasn't let go. What's going to be interesting today is this is his first test on the road in this atmosphere. There's always talk about Lane Kiffin's system. It's very effective at home. Can it travel into these tough SEC environments and consistently be able to communicate and make it happen? Today we'll see if this young quarterback can do it.
And now the national anthem performed by the Redcoat Band. Fired up. A little earlier than we expected, Kurt, but early is one of the buzzwords for Georgia. They have not started well early on either side of the ball. Can they change that today? Avoid falling in one of those holes. Gunnar Stockton, I guess the message to him, Don't throw picks, but don't be risk-averse. Kind of let it rip when you have a chance.
And I think the more reps he gets, more experience he gets as a first-year starter, you're going to see that happen. In fact, I said, how do you get to a point where you know you got to start fast? You got to not worry about making mistakes. He said, you know, the one thing I learned about this is preparation. The better I prep and the better we as an offense prep, the better chance we have.
Andy Kirk, his toughness unquestioned, but he took a lot of hard shots from Auburn. They'd like to have him get down a little bit, protect him better. After all those hits, look at the throw.
Yeah, and then the dive. That's the competitive nature that you love about this guy. Our introduction to him last year in Atlanta was the SEC championship when Texas really challenged him, hit him big, and I think that became his reputation, his ability to take these hits. But he's a quarterback. You know, he's got to find that fine line between being competitive and getting down to protect himself. He's going to play through some pain today. We'll see how he's able to do it against this Ole Miss defense.
On the defensive side, nobody's better than Kirby Smart at altering things at halftime. But he wants a faster start from his group. Opponents have been going up and down the field against the Dogs early in football games. Can't wait for this top 10 collision on Athens. You've been watching the All-State kickoff. Back with the kickoff on Athens right after this short break.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, Dogs!
Yeah. So we need to...
And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
A marquee Monday night doubleheader. Feeling an explosive battle.
Unbelievable.
And seismic in Seattle. Feeling Bucks Lions at 7 on ABC and ESPN and Texans Seahawks at 10 on ESPN.
We're on the move.
This wing is just for family, and I'd hate to see security have to escort you out.
Introducing SportsCenter for you. Personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
It is the third Saturday in October. Alabama and Tennessee.
We had a great triple header in the SEC. Vandy over LSU. We're in the middle of Tennessee and Alabama in prime time. Kirk, it's incredible. The SEC pretty well established as the deepest conference in college football, but maybe never deeper than this. Is there a super team at the top? Remains to be seen, but look how many high-quality teams there are.
And look at the rankings. And you have 10 teams that are up there. If I sat here right now, here we are almost near the end of October, and said, who's going to be in Atlanta? You have no idea. No idea, because it's, as you said, we usually have a Georgia or an Alabama, somebody up there, but right now, it's just wide open. So every single week, you got to get a win to kind of keep yourself in the mix. Vandy got one earlier today against LSU, and now we'll see what happens today with Ole Miss and Georgia.
Yeah, long way to go, but you're right. Every week, the puzzle pieces begin to fall into place, and if Ole Miss could come in here and pull the upset today, get to 4-0, they have the easiest remaining schedule, so a lot at stake for the Rebels.
Yeah, it's a great point. And anytime you get on the road like this is really where you have a chance to send a message to the rest of the conference. If Ole Miss comes in here between the hedges and can beat Kirby and Georgia, not only do you pick up a huge win, but I think it builds a lot of confidence for the rest of the year to deal with that schedule.
Trinidad Chambliss, you mentioned first big test. It's his first FBS start, and it's in this place. And this is a much bigger crowd than the entire number of people he played in front of last year at Ferris State. 20,000 more than that total.
Yeah, and you and I have come into this stadium and thought this can be a really competitive game, and by the end of the first quarter, the game is over. It has an effect like a lot of these SEC environments of just consuming you. It's important for him to be able to obviously have some success early. Nobody does a better job than Lane Kiffin of knowing how to make those easy throws, how to get your quarterback to settle in, and see how easily they can do that. It's going to be tough against this Georgia D.
You're hyped up for the chess match, and we're going to show you the stuff that happens before the ball is snapped. Lane Kiffin trying to get the whistle. Kirby Smart trying to react to it, and all these people playing their part. Kirby says it better be the loudest crowd ever here. special spots all across the landscape. Saturday in Athens, GA. His body paint commitment. It's been done once this year. Alabama came in here, executed spectacularly with Ty Simpson, but it took that to beat the Dogs in this place. Only one previous trip away from home for the Rebels. That was in Kentucky. The Dogs getting ready to run out. You want to conquer this? You want to beat this tough, resilient football team? Strap it up and get ready to go, Kirk, for the full 60 minutes and then some. Right on time. It's the first top 10 collision in this place since the last visit by Ole Miss a couple years ago when it was a rude reality check for Lane Kiffin. They lost by 5 touchdowns as a highly ranked team.
Winner. But when your team wins and you get your favorite burrito delivered to DoorDash, you feel like a winner.
Perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Before you are Arby's new steak nuggets. It is a perfect piece of steak that is then cut up into nuggets. How has no one done this before?
Arby's, we have the meats.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues. But a friendly AutoZoner tests their battery and helps them find the right Duralast battery to get back on the road.
Do you enjoy women's and Olympic sports? The SCORE Act will support them. Here are the facts. The 4 major conferences spent more than $2.3 billion on sports other than football and basketball in 2024 and produced 381 U.S. Olympians who won 219 medals for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. The 4 conferences have also added more than 1,700 new scholarships for women since July 1st of this year. Ensure the continued support of women's and Olympic sports. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Hit by a satellite.